Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Gentry. Room to run past midfield. 30, 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll try the left side. Gentry. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now on 2nd and 16, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And able to stay on his feet past the 30. To about the 33-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. A run, it's Murray. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Watson off play action. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Faking the give. Now Watson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kendrick Bourne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And Shark hauls it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that ball is caught by D.J. Chark for the Jags touchdown. D.J. Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Watson's throw taken in there by Cooks.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Again, it's Watson. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Antonio Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Jaguars 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Gentry. Now this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Texans.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a 8 and 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Lawrence will throw.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2nd and 7.
Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll let this go deep for Bourne.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off for big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now Lawrence on first down. He'll get this off to Etienne.
Touchdown! Travis Etienne. His sixth touchdown of the season.
And the Jags have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Watson on first down. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Houston.
Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Texans 35, Jaguars 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. William Golston in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Hey, Delta. Go. 31's the mic. Watch the slant. 31's the mic. I'm coming for you, son.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
31's the mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 22, Watson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Watson off play action. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Watson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by John Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in the tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Second and 4. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Lawrence. Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Chenault with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. They do tack on the extra point as well. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Watson. And this will be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Watson to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw, Watson. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 42-all.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
On play action, Lawrence. Right back to Chenault. This time he's got it. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.